by the barn where the stories grow, under the sun where the warm winds blow, a sanctuary where the hearts unite. Come join the love in the golden light. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide. Whispers of care in the gentle breeze, laughter that dances among the trees. Every life matters, every heart's a flame. Together we gather, no one's the same. Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide. Skies sing, every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat where the love won't hide.
Hello everybody. It's good to see you. It's Monday again. Oh my gosh, can you believe how fast this week has gone by? Oh, I say that every week, but I really think this week went by a lot quicker than last week. My name's Derek, and of course you're here at Happily Ever After Farm Sanctuary in Sheffield, Ontario, Canada. Where in the world are you tuning in from? Yes, it is cold here too. Yes. Hello, Gail from Long Island, and Mary, thanks for joining us. And another Mary, thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's been a cold start to the day. But before we get into everything this week, I want to take a moment to acknowledge something important. It's National Volunteer Week, and let me put that, oopsies, am I stuck? There we go. Uh-oh. Oh boy, my computer is sticking me here, but that's okay. We can carry on. I had a slide for National Volunteer Week. Here, we'll go with that one instead. But yeah, it's National Volunteer Week here in Canada, and honestly, this place doesn't run without our volunteers. That's just as simple as I can put it. It just doesn't. And they show up in all kinds of weather, including weather that they shouldn't drive in. And they pick up the jobs that nobody really has time to do here. And they do it all with care and patience and heart. And what I see over and over and over again is that they don't just give their time, they give themselves to the residents. And so to every single volunteer, past, present, watching right now or catching up later, thank you. I say thank you a lot, but it just never seems, my heart seems like, my heart's telling me it's never enough. I am so grateful for our volunteers, and you're a part of every single moment that happens here, including this one. Yeah, just thank you a million times over, and please, in the comment feed, if you want to give some love to our volunteers, let's do it. Okay, let's get into the week. It's been a pretty typical week of care here at the sanctuary, which honestly is where most of the real work lives. April had a full hoof trim from top to bottom, and she's feeling much better. We had a few residents showing some receding hair, and the vet's been sent the photos, and we've made a plan to make sure everything is on track, and we're continuing to explore ways to keep our dear friend Jeannie comfortable, testing out different bandaging materials and seeing what works and what's the best for her. And we've got some enrichment updates, some resident and facilities updates to share, and of course we'll be diving into the magic rainbow bag and taking some questions from you all. All right, so let's jump right into it. So there's my slide. It's coming up here. If you'd like to come and volunteer with us, we hope that you do. You can sign up at happilyeverester.ca and become a monthly donor. As mentioned before, we're going to be doing, oh my goodness, I don't know what my computer's doing. We'll do some enrichment moments, we'll do some resident updates, facilities updates, and then of course the magic rainbow bag. Okay, so enrichment moment, which is really just another word for play or for activity. And here's Sammy's group. Sammy's got one too many treat balls there. But we give our residents treat balls, something to do. And especially at this time of year when the pastures are closed, we got to keep them busy. And active minds means that we'll have likely less injuries. And there are these treat balls that we fill up. And there's Eleanor, who's got the same size treat ball. I wonder if she thinks that the treat ball is shrinking or if she's getting bigger. I don't know about that one. Yeah, we had lots of enrichment moments, and enrichment can look like meeting another resident. So here is Eleanor through the fence line meeting Mr. Brindle. And Brindle was so calm, of course, as you might expect from Brindle. And he gave her a little soft pant at the fence line. But we're letting Eleanor have various moments of freedom up and down the hallways of the Wonder Arena, and that's so that she can meet the other pigs, and the other pigs can meet her through fence lines. And we're doing this in a safe manner because soon there won't be any fence lines, and she'll be integrated in with Sammy's family. And integration and enrichment can sometimes just look like going outside and have access to pasture and to mud. And although Eleanor doesn't have 24-hour unfettered access to the outdoors, we do turn her out every single day for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'll come down. It's generally in the evening, and I'll go in with her and let her outside for a bit, just so that she can get a lay of the land and look around and understand where I got Emma who's coming. Emma, darling, are you coming to Barnside Chat? Come on, girl. Hello, there she is. Let me take this screen off, a little Barnes impromptu. Emma. Oh, hello, are you eating? You're eating the compost. No, I don't think that's yours. Nice try. Hello. It looks like today is healthcare day for Emma. And you can see Emma's hair. We were actually going to talk about her. I'm glad that she showed up here. But we were going to talk about how Emma's hair is quite patchy. And the vet got some photos sent. And it could be a form of lice that we're not sure of because we can't see it. But we are treating them for it. Hey, Chris, you're live on Barnside with Emma and Ricky. What's going on? Is it weigh day?
It's weigh day. So everyone's kind of loose right now.
That's all right. It's weigh day in the barn. Okay. Where were we? Eleanor in the barn, and now we got Emma in the barn. And we were talking about enrichment, and enrichment can look like this, just fresh fruits and vegetables being thrown over the fence line. And you can see it, they're picking around the lettuce. That's hilarious. I know they'll pick up the lettuce after. They're just going after the good stuff first, and then they'll circle back and get all of that. And what one doesn't eat might be good for the other, and sometimes they're fussy about different things. But enrichment can just look like different foods be put in. So those were the different enrichment moments that we had going on this week. We're going to jump right into the resident updates. Here we go for the resident updates. This big, handsome face. We started talking about him last week because he's been showing up with this. And that's his neck and his ears. And right at the base of his ears there, you can see that he's aggressively lost the hair there. And as with Emma, because both of them have shown up with the same sort of patchiness, there's Emma, where you can see a lot of her coat is just pulling out. So is Pouty's. So the vet has seen both photos and he's given us instructions to move forward with an anti-lice treatment, and we'll give that a shot and see how that's going. And I saw a question in the Magic Rainbow bag, but we'll get to that in a moment. And then just a quick update on Sunny. Sunny last week, I let you know that Sunny went in for an emergency to the hospital because Sunny was not eating, and for a bird like Sunny, that's not right. Sunny should be eating whenever presented with food. So when Sunny was presented with food and he wasn't eating, that was an emergency for this type of bird. So he went in and she went in and she had an impacted crop, and that was a very dangerous scenario. But thanks to the caretakers here on the ground recognizing that something just wasn't right, and she is doing great this week. No notes on Sunny. Thank you so much for everybody for your condolences for Prince. Sunny and Brian are doing okay without Prince, and as you know, or maybe you don't know, Prince passed away, and last week we had some in memoriam posts for him, in memoriam posts for Prince, and but Brian and Sunny are doing okay. Here's something that I came across. This was either yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I came into the stall barn, and there's Ray on the left, and on the right is Phoenix, and they are belly to belly. And this surprises me because Malcolm picks on Ray quite a lot. And I mean, you all know Ray's history with some of the herd mates picking on him, but Ray is just the sweetest pig, and I have no doubt that Ray is the one that came in and pulled in beside Malcolm here, just based on the way the straw is. But my heart's warm just seeing that. I really hope that Ray can hold his own in that herd. I mean, he is, but it's just, he pulls at my heartstrings for the ones that are closer to the bottom. April, it was time for her 6 to 8 week trim, her hoof trim, and she knows the deal. She doesn't even need coercion. She just walks straight into the lifting equipment.
Right here, come on forward.
Which is amazing. She's such a good girl. And so about every 6 to 8 weeks, we have to lift them up off of the ground and do a full inspection of all of their hooves. And there you can see her getting some Fig Newtons.
Nice and quick. We're gonna have a peek
Hoof
at your
trims are
toes.
powered with Fig Newtons.
All right, let's do it.
I did a little icrod pick
you good
there,
if
and
we
then we're
go?
going to put her up in the air. And so this thing raises them up off the ground so that their feet dangle out the bottom. And when their feet are dangling out the bottom, we're able to do a hoof trim. Let me see if there's a picture of April in the lift. And she's so beautiful with her side eye. And here's a picture of her front hooves that we were trimming up. And here's something else that this machine runs on, and that's peanut butter snacks. So here's the peanut butter dipstick and some grass pellets. And during all of the hoof trims using this setup, we feed snacks to them so that they feel like they're getting lots of attention, and they almost forget that their feet are being done. But April was she was touch and go on her front feet. She didn't want me trimming them too much, but hoof care and hoof trimming is so important. And then we got to put them back down on the ground. We try to keep the appointments to about 45 minutes of them up in the air with their legs dangling. They have a nice saddle so that they are as comfortable as they possibly can, and we're always monitoring them during the process to see for their comfort and understand the signs that we're seeing. And then in some cases the resident will let us know when they're done and when the appointment is over, and in other cases we're able to complete everything that we need to do and return them back. So we got her back down on the ground, and there was no pinching. There's we always have a couple people watching around, And we just open up the front and let her walk straight out. This piece of equipment is invaluable. I don't know what we ever did before this piece of equipment. But April, you can see she wasn't too quick to get out of there. She didn't seem to mind. She actually wanted to stick around and clean up some of the snacks on the inside. It's not uncommon for there to be peanut butter slathered or dripped somewhere there. So she's cleaning it up. And I needed to get a bigger reward because she's like, well, I'm not going to come out of here if you don't have a bigger reward. So I've got a big tin of kibble here and shake it out and let her come back and out. And then she went back over and laid back down. This photo is her entire family. You can see Brindle coming out of the brown cottage there. And you can see Hercules and Mercy in the middle. And then we got April that is sleeping there on the left side of the screen. So no major concerns with April's hoof trim. I mean, aside from her being old and there being some cracks, but she's doing really great. So that's a great update on April. Here's a face that you love, Jeannie Bean. You guys ask questions all week long about her, and the team is exploring different ways to wrap Jeannie's knees. And you can see this is sort of like a sock, like a tensor bandage that they're trialing that goes up and over her leg. And there's also a series of pads that are underneath that they wrap onto her knees. And that's because Jeannie in her old age is spending more time down and rubbing on her knees, and we don't need any of those rub marks turning into wounds or sores. So that's why we continue to protect Jeannie's knees. So thank you for everybody that asks about Jeannie. I can tell how much you love her in the comment feeds all week long. I mean, you just love our seniors, and what's not to love about them? We talk about them a lot here, and it's, you know, a lot of what we do is about senior care. And a lot of our residents, like, let's be honest, they're old, they're ancient, and they've lived full lives. And it's our jobs to make sure that their senior years are safe and comfortable and controlled and filled with care. In a lot of ways, this place runs like a retirement home or a seniors village. We've got regular check-ins with the vet, our version of doctors, making sure everyone's doing okay. There's custom care plans and who needs what, when, and how. And we've got enrichment, which is, like I said, it's just really a fancy word for activities that keep them engaged and comfortable and enjoying their day. And maybe most importantly is that they have family. They have their herds, they have their friends, their caretakers, and the ones that choose to stand beside, sleep beside, eat beside, and we protect that. So when you see us trialing new bandages for Jeannie or making small changes to a routine with April's family, it might just look like a small little thing, but it's part of something so much bigger. It's about giving them the kind of care that every one of us would want in our later years. And that's my promise to them. Let's do some facilities updates. That's all of the resident updates. It's been a busy week. Every week there is machines going in and out of here. We got people coming and going all week long. And the tractor grading our over kilometer long driveway. Kevin and the caretaker team do such a great job keeping that all open. Here is Eleanor telling Kevin exactly where she wants the brushes to be installed, how high they are. So cute. Look at how big she is. Yeah, she's growing so fast. Here's Eleanor she's in the Wonder Arena in the hallway, and Kevin was coming through doing some installation, and she caught him. And here is a photo of the back of the barn where we have all of that water drainage issues that we're getting fixed. We've been in contact with the contractors, and I think we're ready to roll forward now with the quote and making sure that that all of the jobs that we need to be done and the priority that they need to happen are going to be done. So this is one that we're all looking forward to, because right now we're all walking through ankle-deep water and mud, and it makes everything dirty and slippery. And then if it freezes, again, that's a whole other kettle of fish there, causing ice, and it becomes dangerous. But we're so happy to get that job started very soon. And then last week you saw me talk about this pink bear and the fact that we have a new resident.
Look out for a very special introduction. New resident alert. Ooh, new resident alert. Our sanctuary family has grown. Our monthly donors make it all possible. Without you, we couldn't continue. Esther's mission, love lives here thanks to you. New resident alert. Ooh, new resident alert. Our sanctuary family has grown. New resident alert.
And that's everything there is to know about the new resident. So for our monthly donors, we'll be sending you a very important communication in the next couple of days, introducing you to that new resident. They are flippin' adorable, and we are so grateful that we were able to say yes and come on in and welcome to the family. And we know that you too will welcome them into the family. But we're going to show you them and introduce you to them very, very soon. But we want to reserve that moment for our monthly donors. Okay, where are we? It's time to do the sanctuary weather report. That's the music for it. And so it's -3 today. It's cold. Tomorrow it's going up to +13, and then on Thursday up to +19. So those are some great temperatures, which I think this is just a little bit of, I think we are below seasonal averages right now with how cold it is. I've got 2 pairs of pants on and 2 shirts on today because I do not like to be cold. Got to be prepared working outside, but that's the weather report. What are you experiencing? We're in our wet months here. It's our spring months, and we get a lot of precipitation in forms of rain, snow, sleet, hail, and some days you can get all of them combined together.
What's in the bag?
Okay, it's time for the Magic Rainbow Bag. I can't believe it already. Time is flying by.
What's in
Time
the
is flying
bag?
by.
The magic rainbow.
If you have a question you would like answered in today's Magic Rainbow Bag, please do me a favor and put it in the comment feed below, and we'll do our absolute best to answer it, maybe live, or we'll take some of the questions from last week. But if you have any questions you want answered now, go for it. Put them in the comment feed below. Here are the questions. First question, won't you have to keep a close eye on Eleanor in the beginning to make sure that none of the pigs attack her? Yes, absolutely. Integration with Eleanor being much smaller than the other herd mates is something that we don't take lightly. And we're keeping a close eye on who it is that is having the biggest difficulty with Eleanor just living beside them. So that will hopefully give us some key indicators about who we need to watch closely. And they're establishing a hierarchy. And they're not attacking each other because they're evil. It's just that is the way that pigs communicate with each other, and there's a social structure that exists. So although it might seem like they're attacking her, some are opening the door and saying, yes, you first, or no, you're going to eat after me. So we'll be keeping a close eye on all of that. But definitely, Gail, we want to make sure that we do this in a way that limits risk. And it is risky, I'm not going to lie to you. Integrating pigs You know, most of the time they just waltz in and it's okay and everybody maintains their boundaries, but other times, man, they need human intervention to go in and caretakers to come in and separate them to give everybody a break. But it's not going to be just a one and done thing. It's going to be over the course of several weeks, and we'll keep you all up to date on how that's going. How old is Jeannie? Oh, how old is Jeannie? Is Jeannie 14, 15? 17. Oh, wow. You knew that right off the top of your hat. You just did her. Got it. 17 years old. I'm glad Chris is right here. He says they just did Jeannie's health care. And she's perfect in every way, I would assume. Yeah, as always, perfect. But she is 17 years old. That's ancient. Brooke wants to know, do you think you could show the video of Eleanor's reaction of her first chicken introduction? Yes, I could do that. And I went and pulled the clip. I crashed my computer several times loading the 24-hour feed. I've never done that before, but here is a little clip of Eleanor and the chickens.
Look, there's ducks.
First, meeting
And
the ducks,
boots.
then some boots, and then
All these things are yours. Oh,
chicken. Here, I'll show that to you
there's
again.
ducks.
Ducks.
And
Boots.
boots. All these
A scary
things are
chicken.
yours.
Yes. Okay, one more time, just for
There's
good measure.
Ducks.
Ducks.
And
Boots.
boots.
And
All these things
a
are
scary
yours.
chicken.
Oh.
Okay, all right. So there is the clip of Eleanor meeting the chickens for the first time. Yeah, it was a lot of firsts, a lot of Kodak moments for sure. Next question. Can those bald batches be age-related? Yeah, for sure they could be age-related. But when they come on so acutely and so fast, it's unlikely that it's age-related. Age-related things, you're going to see a slow thinning out. And that's to be expected the older that you get. And I don't think they have any hair clubs for goats. So I think we're just going to have to see if Emma's hair grows back or not. So good question. Claire wants to know, do goats normally blow their coats? And yes, they do normally blow their coats, but not the way that we're seeing it happen with Emma. We've never seen it come off in crazy patches like that. The great thing, though, that we're seeing on Emma is that there is small little hair growing underneath of it, stubble hair. So it's not like the hair is gone and not going to grow back. It's all come out very, very quickly. And all of the goats don't do it all at the same time. It can happen at different intervals and at times that surprise you, where you're like, why are you blowing your coat? It's the middle of summer. Like, she should have blown their coat maybe earlier. But, you know, we just have to keep watching and keep observing and just make sure that we're doing everything that we can to make sure that the residents are as healthy and comfortable as possible. So the ones that are losing hair, making sure that they have brushes and access to meds to clear anything up if it is bug related, because we don't want bugs. And yeah, so we're always managing a lot of things on farm. Next question, are you going to play it again? Am I going to play it again? You were referring to part of Eleanor's 24-hour live feed, and this was a very adorable moment that I know you're talking about. And this is when Eleanor came where she was having a hard time relaxing, and I went and joined her in the evening, and here is that clip. There was this moment that I don't think that I will ever forget about all of this Eleanor stuff, is that in the evening when I went into her cabin just to, you know, be with her and make it feel a little less overwhelming for her, and she climbed up onto me and just stayed there. And it was for over an hour where she just laid on me, just being. And at the exact same time that I was there laying with her, my phone buzzed and reminded me of a memory from 13 years ago. And Esther being in my arms, the photo's there, you can see Esther in my arms during a thunderstorm. at our home in Georgetown in the office, and she was scared, and she was looking for safety. And suddenly those two moments weren't separate anymore. They gave me the same feeling, and they were just, they were years apart. And it was the same trust and the same weight. They were similar sizes. And it was, it's the same reminder that that's what we're building here. It's not just a sanctuary, it's a place where fear turns into safety, where new turns into home. And this moment, I won't forget it, because that phone lighting up and showing me that picture in that moment, that felt like a touch of magic.
Nothing comes close. Nothing comes close to this.
Oh, I love that moment, and I definitely won't forget it. And thanks for asking to have it played again, Helen. If you have any questions that you would like answered, if we didn't get to them, please put them in the comment feed below. You can email them to us, or you can private message us, and we'll try to get those answered. Last call for artists, makers, and creators. We're looking for original donations for our auction, and the donation time where we have to receive the donations is by May the 1st. That's coming up very fast. If you'd like to partake in the auction and donate something to it that we can auction off for funds for Feed Medical Care and Shelter, please email info@happilyeverester.ca and let us know that you are donating an item. That is going to be towards the end of May is when that auction is going to go live. Okay, well, it looks like we made it to the end of the program. And as I wrap up, I just, something keeps coming back, and it's simple. It's that everything that you see here, the care, the quiet moments, the second chances, the healing, all of that doesn't happen by accident. And it happens because people like you choose to be a part of it. And whether it's showing up as a volunteer, or sending a message, or sharing a post, or standing with us as a monthly donor, you're a part of this place, and you're a part of their care. And if you've ever thought about joining us in that way, becoming a part of the group that helps make sure that the level of care shows up every single day for them, we'd love to have you. Side note, next week we're taking a break, and we'll be returning on the following week. Thanks for being here, and thanks for believing in the world Esther helped show us, where kindness reaches farmed animals too. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Love lives here where the open skies sing. Every soul finds a place to cling. Join us today, feel the warmth inside, in the Barnside Chat, where the love won't hide.